Hey guys, good to have you all back. If by chance you're new to my channel, my name is Margaret. I am from the Netherlands. I do paper crafting, junk journaling and vintage treasure hunting. And welcome to the last video of 2022. Can you believe we're already at the end of this year? Let me tell you a quick little story, just in case you don't know. My channel started, let's say, February 1st from this year, so not even 1 year. And what a year it has been. I have made so many new friends. This is such a wonderful journey. You guys are all amazing. I am addicted to crafting and sharing it with you guys. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I hope next year is going to be even better. But for this video, let me tell you what the plan is. What I want to do is share with you my favorite craft supplies / tools that I have been using over the past year. Most of the supplies I bought this year, but also a lot of them I already owned. And I really like using, or I didn't like using at all. So what I want to do is share with you my favorites, my least favorites, and also some alternatives. I'm going to do this in categories, guys, because that makes more sense to me. And I'm starting with glues. Now, for glues or adhesives, however you want to call it, there are a couple of sort of different ones in here. I have some glue sticks, I have some clear glue, some PVA glues, I have glue tape even. Now, it will be no surprise. For me, my absolute favorite is art glitter glue. It's art. This is the bigger, well, this is not the biggest one. This is 8 ounces or 240 milliliters. And in this one, it says 2 ounces or 60 milliliters. So actually, you have 4 of these in one of these. Yeah. Now, I have bought this one and this one together. I believe it was in the beginning of April. So let's say I've been using it for 8 months. Let's say 8 months, maybe a little bit longer. I have only refilled it once. Sort of. Yes. So I still have all this left. I think it's a sort of an expensive glue. Well, I don't know how much it is overseas, but in the Netherlands, the bigger one is 15 euros. Now, you need to invest in a cap and a needle if you want to use it like so. This is one I made myself. You don't buy this. This you make yourself. So yes, it is sort of an investment, but it's a very, very good one. I love this. I'm just going to start with my favorite. This is my absolute favorite. Yes. Now, for the glue sticks, I love Uhu. I just love it. I don't know where I can buy this regularly. I see it pop up now and then, sometimes at Action in the Netherlands, sometimes at Lidl in the Netherlands. There's not a store in the Netherlands where you can buy this, but I think you can buy it anywhere, yeah? And then in Action, they sell this one, the Bison stick. I don't know if they have that anywhere else in the world, but I love it. Between these two, I love this a little bit more. Now, for tape, I love this one. I have 3 or 4 sorts of tapes. Unfortunately, I do not know the brand of the tapes because I threw it away and I have no clue. But I didn't like them. I like this one. And this is from Elizabeth Craft Designs. Sorry for the glare, guys. Elizabeth Craft Designs. It's clear double-sided adhesive. And this is 3 millimeters or 0.125 inches. It's a very small one. I like it. It glues well. You don't use it to glue very heavy stuff on, yeah? It's just, if you want a small strip of glue and want it straight. I like it because it tears off easily. You don't even need scissors. You just can tear it off. And the backing comes off easily. I have another tape that's very thick, very heavy, smells awful. This doesn't have a smell. So I really love this one. Then for these two, I just invested in this one. I have not tried it yet. I have tried this one. Love it. I absolutely love this. I know it is expensive. I know. But it is worth it. If you do some collaging, making masterboards or decoupaging or whatever, I absolutely love this one. Now, this is a little bit different. The consistency is different. This is a lot heavier and thicker than this one. They smell the same though, do they? I don't know. This is a little bit more translucent and this is a little bit more opaque. I'm just doing the smell test. No, they smell different. They do smell different. I don't know about this one. I'm going to put it to the test. But for these sorts of mediums, let's call these mediums, I also have Mod Podge. I don't like it. I'm sorry. I just don't. This is a jar that I bought a while ago. And it took me forever after the first time to get the lid off. That's why I have this sort of piece of plastic in between that keeps the glue from, when it tips over or whatever, from gluing the lid shut to the jar itself. If I use it, I thin it out with water because it's way too heavy and such. And, I don't like it. Now, this is going to be very controversial because I see a lot of crafters use this. This is the Beacon 3-in-1. Yes, there's also Fabertech and such, and lots of people use it. It is a very good glue. I have nothing against the glue. The glue is fantastic. I have something against how it comes out, how it is in the sort of container. I have bought 2 of them just to check, am I doing something wrong? I don't use it anymore. Either it's clogged, yes, nothing comes out, or it's a volcano and everything comes out. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I love the glue. I really love the glue. I just do not like how you... And then I've put it in like these small... I'm sorry. Just have to reach over. And then I put it into like these small containers that you buy on Amazon or whatever. Once you put this glue in a small container, it starts to cloth or thicken up or harden or whatever you want to call it straight away. So you cannot use it anymore. So a no to this one. If you do want glue for fabric, and I'm sorry, this is just for the Dutchies. This is one I buy at Action. It's like €1.50. It's fantastic. I just really, really like it. So yeah. Number 1. This is almost my number 1 favorite new tool supply that I've bought this year. It is absolutely in my top 5. I think I will do a top 10 or a top 5 at the end of the video. But that's it for the glues, most of which you can buy online. You can buy this online, you can buy this online, and you can buy this online. Yeah, the Elizabeth Craft Designs. Don't know about these, but love it. Let's do some inks. For the inks, I have invested in a lot of inks this year because there are so many colors and many brands as well. Mostly of them are going to be from Mr. Tim Holtz because I really like his inks. However, not all of them. And there are a couple of other ones that I really enjoy. Now, the ones that I already had in my collection before I started YouTube is Walnut Stain, Ground Espresso, and Tea Dye. I bought Distress Oxide. Now, honestly, guys, I just finally starting to realize what the difference is between Distress Ink and Distress Oxide because I'm not a mixed media gal. I had no clue, and I was like, I like the lighter gray ones better than the black casing. It makes no sense at all. But I love these. I am actually not a vintage photo girl. No, for me it's too orange. I like it more grayish brown. So these were the ones that I used before I started YouTube, and I love them all. And then I invested in 2 more of these sorts of brownish sort of colors. One of which was Gathered Twigs and one was Frayed Burlap. Frayed Burlap is again my absolute favorite. I love this. I love this the most of all of these. And then this is my least favorite because it is, for me, it's a good one. I don't hate it. No, I like it. But, if I'm going to reach in this sort of category, I will go Frayed Burlap any day of the week. And then this for me is the same as Vintage Photo. It is too orangey brown and I like grayish brown. So I was thinking, let's do some more grayish. So I did pumice stone. It's probably lovely, but it doesn't show up on anything. I don't know really how to use it. But I'm gonna give it a go. I've tried it once or twice and it's just not sort of me. Now for the other colors that I've bought over the past year, and I know that these two came out recently. I bought the inks of these, not the oxide, the inks. Maybe that's the problem. I love the colors. The colors are great. Well, I have better blues, I must say. The red is one of my absolute favorite. The problem is they are so juicy that I cannot really work with them. But I'm gonna figure it out how it will work to make them less juicy or do something else. So I really love these. Then I bought these. Now I bought these in, this is saltwater taffy, which, you know, if you look at these colors, this would be sort of my life. I love these colors. These are like cutesy and, you know, love it. Love it, love it, love it. But I think I need to buy the distress inks instead of the oxide because they don't show up. I cannot sort of distress edges with this. It just doesn't show up. Not enough for me. And if I stamp an image with them, the image is not clear enough. So I'm thinking I need the ink version of this. Help me out, guys. If you do mixed media and you have both of these, like in ink and in distress oxide, help me out. Which ones should I buy? Should I invest in inks, the ink version instead of oxide, or I like don't even bother? So let me know. And then I bought candied apple, which is also a really good one, but I prefer lumberjack whatever. I bought these two. I like them. I need to work more with them. But for this one, the wild honey, I prefer. I'm sorry. I'm talking too much and I do not have all the oxygen. I prefer Memento peanut brittle. Yes. And to be honest, this color, I prefer Paris Dusk from Memento. I don't know. I just don't know. I like them better. Also, what I really like from Memento is Rich Cocoa. However, if you can find this, you probably cannot because it's archival ink and then Mariette Verhees. She's Dutch. And I found this at the thrift shop for like 50 cents. It does still stamp. I love this color. Love it. It's a brownish coffee. It's called actually sepia, but it's more brownish coffee, whatever. So I really love this one. Now for the black one, oh, I have this one, the Stays On Pigment Snowflake. No, it just, where would you stamp white on black, right? On black cardstock or whatever. I need to stamp it like four or five times for it to really sort of show up. So if you know of a really good white ink, pigment or oxide or what have you, please let me know. This one didn't work for me. Then I have 3 black ones. These are all waterproof, I think. Don't know. I started with the Stays On. I was happy with the Stays On. What I'm not happy with is the smell. It smells like marzipan, like crushed almond. It has a very, very strong smell. I don't hate the smell, but it's very, very strong. It also really needs to have this lid on. If you lose the lid, then you better throw it out because, and that's the only thing, well, that's one of the main things I don't like about it. It dries out very, very quickly, very quickly. Then I have the archival ink, which is okay. Again, I think it dries out rather soon, but it could be the sort of ink or how many times I use it. And then I recently bought VersaFine Claire Nocturnal. I love this color. Love it. It's the blackest of black. It's very clear and such. The only thing is, it is too juicy for me. Yeah, it's never a good thing, right? See, I'm Dutch, so I need something to complain about. Yes, I love it. I would recommend it. Absolutely would. Now, all of these inks are, well, not really expensive, but if you are starting out, Where do you start? Well, you start with this one, and you start with this one, and you do this one. If you're going to do some vintagey, distressing, whatever sort of style that I am doing. A good black one, I love the Versavine. Then a good sort of distress one for distressing the edges. I really love this one. And then when you want to sort of distress a whole page, you do this one, tea dye. You also have antique linen and such. Don't like them. Tea dye. Love them. If you want to go a little bit darker, ground espresso. Absolutely love it. Now let me tell you guys, if you don't have all the colors, but do want to do some inking, some distressing, I have some alternatives for you. So what do I have here? You're gonna laugh. I don't have any shoe polish. I know you can distress with shoe polish. I don't have any shoe polish. I don't polish my shoes. I just buy new ones. So I cannot tell you how that works, but apparently that's the thing. What I used to use for distressing is makeup. Yeah. Well, I've thrown away almost all my makeup. I hardly do any makeup anymore. Well, that's not true. I do makeup sometimes. So this is like a palette with eyeshadows. The only thing is these are shiny. Yeah, but there are some brown colors in here. Now, it works, guys. Let me get another piece of paper. I'm going to use this piece of paper here, yeah? And let's say we want to distress the edges. I'm just taking out my sponge. You can also take out, if you have daubers, you can take that out. But just, I'm going to do this and this. And I'm going to do this and this. Honestly, guys, it works. It does work. I used to do this before I had all the Tim Holtz sort of. See? You can't distress it. It sort of works. So yeah, the best thing to do is if you have a sort of a matte bronzer or something, see if you have any brownish colors. I think you can even do it with blue or something. Shall we do blue? Shall we do like this? Will that sort of work? I don't know. Well, I can tell you it works better than Tim Holtz. Look at this. No, honestly, look at this. Yeah, well, I can tell you it works. So yeah, eyeshadow. Yes, for distressing edges and such, right? But what if you want to stamp? Well, what you need are markers. These are, I bought these at Action. These are very cheap ones. They do need to be water-based, yeah? Or removable by water, something with water. So not permanent markers. Permanent markers won't work. Now, you can do this at two sort of different methods. I'm just going to take out the purple one. You can do it like so. I have a bigger brush and a smaller one. I'm going to do it like so. Yes, put it on an acrylic block. If you don't have an acrylic block, a CD case, or, a coaster, or anything that is sort of flat and plasticky. Put it on there, and then you sort of dab it around. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. It depends on the sort of stamp. Yeah? I'm just going to stamp it here. Ta-da. Now I have like 50 different colors. Okay, mind you, this is not as good as having the real ink. But if you're starting out and you just want to try it like this. You can do it like so, but you can also easily do it like so. Just rub your pen with the ink all over it. Be sure you have every sort of bit on there. It works. It works, guys. So you want 50 colors of ink and spend like 10 euros? Buy this. An acrylic block. Try it. You can buy these makeup brushes, and I have a bunch of them because guess what? I used to do makeup a lot. Mostly for artistic reasons. I just wanted to play with color and such and on my face. I bought these at AliExpress. Now, I know a lot of you guys are, no, AliExpress, why do you buy on there? I'm sorry, I just sometimes buy on there. If you buy these from a brand in a craft supply store, you will buy a lot of money. I had a set, I don't have all of them here, of 5 of these brushes for €6 or something. They work fine. Honestly, don't invest in those expensive ones. You can buy this, or at a dollar store, or you can find them basically anywhere. You don't need them to touch your face. They're just touching ink and paper, so why not have a cheap one? And you don't need all of the sizes. I would prefer a very big one for a bigger surface, and then a small detailed one if you want to do. Also for stenciling. For stenciling, this is fantastic. Yes, for stenciling. So, dupes. That's what they call dupes. Is that for ink? I think so. Let's do another category. Let's do my cutting devices. Yes, I have trimmers and scissors and knives and what have you. I have a lot. I have invested, and I do recommend them, in Tim Holtz scissors. I have 3 sizes. I don't know if you can buy these anymore, because I have not seen them online. This is like the haberdashery one. It's very pointy and it's very sharp, and the box is really, really cute. And then I have these 2 sizes. Now, this is something inch and something inch. I don't know. I threw away the packaging that had the inches on them. Well, this is sort of the medium one and the very tall one. Yeah. I love them all. They are really, really good. You don't need them all. You just need one. Figure out for yourself what size scissors works best for you. Oddly enough, I think I prefer the very big one, even for fuzzy cutting. Yes, because I am rubbish at fuzzy cutting in circles, and this gives me a longer sort of blade to cut circle. I don't know how to explain it. So I would recommend, if you're going to invest in Tim Holtz scissors, to buy the bigger one. Yeah, the taller one. That's because I really like it. Are they worth it compared to sort of normal scissors that I don't have anywhere around me anymore? And honestly, I've had all sorts of scissors. I prefer the one from IKEA. Yes, go to IKEA at the counter, register, whatever, where you pay. There's always a sort of box with scissors, and you have 3 or 4 of them in a bundle. I love them. I did all sorts of craft with them. But then I was like, okay, you're a professional now. You need a Tim Holtz scissors. So I invested in the scissors, and yes, they are really good. They are really, really good. Now, if you have a problem, let's say I have a friend of mine who has arthritis. I don't even know the English word. I think it's arthritis. The scissors are very heavy. These will be too heavy for her, so she needs lighter scissors. I can imagine you want to have some lighter scissors in your hand. They are very heavy, they cut very nicely, and as I've been told, you can cut through anything or almost anything, and they are never dull. So yes, I love the Tim Holtz scissors a lot. Do you need them? No, you don't. Scissors is scissors. Yeah, okay. Then I have my knives. Now, this is a Fiskars knife. Oh, I have 3. I have 3 knives. 2 of them are by Fiskars, and this is like the cheapest brand ever in the Netherlands, or like Hobby Lobby, or wherever you want to buy this sort of knife with removable blades. I like the Fiskars knife. There's nothing wrong with it. It cuts really, really well. I don't like when I use it for a longer period of time that the blade comes loose, but that's because of me. You have to replace the blade, well, a couple of times. And the spare blades are not cheap. They're rather expensive. It's a good one. However, I would recommend this. It cuts just as well these ones do. And I have a refill pack of all these blades, 10 of them for nearly nothing. This is just like half the price of this one, for sure. But what I do love from Fiskars is this one. This is called a swivel knife. It has a very small knife here, yes, and it rotates. Very sharp, love, look out. It rotates, see? it rotates. So what you can do, put your finger in and then draw like you draw with a pencil or whatever, and it cuts out. It does. It really, really does. So I absolutely love this. If you're into fussy cutting, and then really, really good fussy cutting, not just all the way around, but every little bit of white you need to remove, you need this. You need this. So I love it. I'm going to put it in my top whatever. This is a very, very good one. I also have this scissors. I just want to show you. These are my tweezer scissors. I've bought them years ago somewhere. I've never seen them again. But maybe this is the brand. It's called a Rooser. Can you see it? Wow, you probably cannot find it. It's called tweezer scissors. Very nice for fussy cutting. Then I also bought this device. Luckily, it was very cheap at Action. It's like this rotating blade roller cutter. I don't know a rotary cutter. It's called rotary cutter. Could be. Yes. I've used it once or twice, and then you guys were all screaming, "Oh my God! Don't put your hand in front of it, and you can hurt yourself." And so yeah, I'm afraid to use it now. And also, it didn't really work for me. Now I have 3 paper trimmers. Yes, 1 Fiskars. One tonic, well, 2 tonics actually. Don't like this one. Well, I think there are better Fiskars trimmers out there than this one. I must say, I did buy this from a lady on Marketplace, very, very cheap, because they're usually a lot more expensive. So I paid about $5 for it or something like this. And I was like, yes, I have a Fiskars for about $5. I was really, really happy. Somehow, this part doesn't want to stay stuck, and it's off. On some reason, I cannot cut straight with this. But it could be because this was a dud. Maybe the other Fiskars trimmers are better. What I really like on this trimmer is the guitar bit. I'm calling it the guitar bit. Hear that? There's a string of metal in the middle. When you put your paper in, a piece of paper in, I will get you up really, really close. So in between the slots, you can see the string. So you can see exactly where the cut will be. And that's what I really like about this one. And it has centimeters and inches on here. But I would not recommend it. No. What I would recommend is this one. Love it, love it, love it. This is the smaller version. It goes up to 4 3/4. Well, I'm marked at 5 until 9. So it's a 9 by 5. Actually, it's even a little bit smaller. It's a paper trimmer. The blade is really good. I like it. You can do all sorts of measuring on here. I love it. I'm going to check if they have the bigger version of this one. Because I cannot cut my 12 by 12s on this one. And I would love to do that. So it's an absolute yes for this one. And then I bought my deckled edge trimmer. Yes, I bought this because I wanted to test it out for you guys, and you so kindly donated on my Ko-fi account to buy it and try it. It works. It is nice. Do I use it enough to justify the price? I don't. So I would not recommend it unless you are a card maker and a real scrapbooker. Then yes, I would recommend it. The edge, I'm sorry, and it makes noise. The edge is really, really nice. It's like a torn edge. It creates a torn edge, but then again, also very straight. It creates a torn, straight edge. Weird, right? Yeah. All sorts of measuring on it, especially for card makers. 5 by 7, 4 by 6, 3 by 5, and so on and so on. But if you want to have torn edges, I recommend this. I need to bend over, guys. This one. Absolutely. It's like, this one was 35 euros, something like this. This is like 5. Yeah. I absolutely adore these ones. You also have the plastic ones. I had a plastic one once. I didn't enjoy it. I enjoy this one. You can still buy these. Yes. So a tearing ruler. It's called a tearing ruler, but do a metal one. I really love this one. Is this gonna go in my favorite tools? It is. I'm gonna put this in my favorite tools. That's it for all the cutting devices. But I have more to share. Let's talk punches, stamps, and dies. I'm going to start with punches. Now I have this whole series of circle punches from EK Tools. I think I have almost every size. If I am missing one, I am missing the 3/4 inch, if that at all exists. I don't know. So I have a 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 1.5 inch, 2 inch, and a 2.5 inch. I've been looking for the 3 inch. We cannot find it anywhere, so I don't think it exists. Not from this brand. I love this brand. These are very, very good. Now, what do you recommend? I recommend not to buy all of them. Just when you're starting out, start with one. And the one size that I would recommend then is somewhere in the middle, the 1.5 inch circle punch. For one, it punches nice circles. The circles are big enough to have a play with as decoration or what have you. Most of the time I use these to make notches in pockets. Let's say this is the top of your pocket. Then I do it like so. I just, not even going halfway there, but like 1/3 of the way. You can have it a little bit bigger. You can also, go a little bit deeper, what have you. I use these to make notches the most. So I really like this one. If you're going to buy 2 sizes, I would recommend this one. Why? Why, you might add? Well, let's say you're really into hole reinforcers like I am. What you can do with this one, you can make lovely hole reinforcers. This is actually a tip from a subscriber. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting who says what, because, I love you all. You make a hole with a perforator tool. I have this one, a single one. You also have the bigger ones. Every office has this. Or you could use your crocodile. Crocodile comes later. Let's say you have this, a whole bunch of these, in a row, like so. Da-di-da. Couple of these. Then you take out this punch, and I think it will work. I don't know for sure. Then you center the first hole in the middle. You punch this out, and voila, you have a hole reinforcer. That is fantastic. Yes. So yeah, this makes lovely sort of 1/2 inch circles if you want to do some decorating, but it also makes this. So I would recommend the 1.5 inch and then the smaller one. If you are a crafter that's been at it for a long time and you're like, should I invest in those circle punches? Yes. Yes, they're expensive, but I love them, and I especially love this brand. Now I also have like one square punch that says 2 inches. It is actually when you take this width. I believe this is 2 inches. I don't even know for sure. The tool isn't very special. It just makes these inches. But what you can also do is make bigger squares. Yeah, because you can punch it and then line it up and punch it again and punch it again. Make it as big as you want. So I think just having one of these in one size will do, I guess. So these are just regular ones that punch circles or squares. If you can find this, I bought this at Flying Tiger in the Netherlands. It's sort of a IKEA style. It's from Sweden, I guess. I found this for €1. It's fantastic. I use this all the time. Then I recently bought this punch, which makes a sloth. A very small one. I would have rather had it a little bit bigger. At the top of a tag that you could put a ribbon in or what have you. You can make your sloth bigger by lining it up again and make it twice as wide. I like it. It's again from EK Tools, so it's very good quality. However, I have in a random die cut set that makes tabs and what have you, I have this one. And this is actually the size that I would have preferred this one to be in. Yeah, so if you have something like this, you do not need to invest in this one. If you don't, it's a very good tool. I love this brand. It's a very, very good brand. Now, this is going to be very controversial because this is a very famous tab punch. Yes, it makes this shape tag. It was expensive. It was a birthday gift, I believe 2 years ago or something. I couldn't sort of rectify it to buy it just, you know, as is. So I had to have a special occasion. So I bought it as a gift. I do like it. However, I've used it a lot of times. Yes. And I have tried to sharpen it twice already. And it doesn't really work anymore. And that is, you know, a shame because it's beautiful. And it makes lovely tabs. It's a tab shape. Yeah, so would I recommend it? I don't know. Maybe mine is dud. It could be. And the other ones are really, really good. But it's not on my recommendation list for making tabs. I have something else that I will recommend. Now, this is another one that is sort of a tab punch. Let's see if I can punch something out. And yep, there we go. It is very small. And you fold it in, and it's very hard to fold, I must say, because it's tiny, small and tiny. So that's one thing I don't like about it, because it's very fiddly to make something like this. Now you can stamp a number in here, have a tiny little label. It's again from EK Tools. It's a no for me, because it punches very, very hard. I don't know. It's like hard to punch, and it's hard to fold. I do like the concept and the idea a lot, but I don't like the end result. It can only punch in light paper. Yes, if you want to punch this in scrapbook paper, it will you will struggle with it. Also, there's all sorts of discoloration on it, and this is only a couple of months old. I don't know. So, yes, it is cute. It is so cute, and I wished it would work better, but no, it's a no for me. Another one that I love and hate at the same time. This is actually a Rolodex punch thingy. Yep. It's from Fast and Creative. You can order it online. I need a new piece of paper. I'm going to take this one out. What it does, it makes from a small card a Rolodex shape. Yeah, you put it in, punch it. It does this, which is very handy if you're going to make your own Rolodex cards. For that, it is perfect. The problem is I use it for my Rolodex ABC, which means I have an existing Rolodex card. On one side, I'm going to decorate all over it. On the other side, I'm going to decorate all over it. And then I want to punch these holes in there. Well, that doesn't work. No, it will be too heavy. It will only punch through one layer, maybe 2 layers of copy paper, but no more than that. So it doesn't really work for me, but it will work if you're going to make your own Rolodex cards. For that, this works fantastically. So the tool that I really recommend from this whole set are my two punches, my circle punches. This one and the small one. You can even forget about this one and just buy this. Yes, because I have a fantastic die that makes hole reinforcers. Let me show you the dies. For my dies, I have a couple of them that I buy at Action or AliExpress. I'm not going to even touch those ones because you probably cannot get them anywhere else. So I'm going to leave those somewhere else. I have 3 sets from Tim Holtz. I have 2 sets from Elizabeth Craft Designs and 1 that I bought on AliExpress, but it's also available on Amazon. Now let me talk Tim Holtz first, yes? I have 3 sets. One of them I've had for a long, long time. And 2 of them I bought recently at the chapter 3, sort of. I don't know. I don't even know. One of them I'm really happy with. One of them is okay. And one of them I can cry. I'm so unhappy with that one. I could cry because I had so much high expectation. But maybe you guys can help. I have this one. It is the Thinlit Sizzix Slots. It's, I believe, slots. It is this one. Yeah, let me show you what it is, because my friend Laura also has that one. See the pink stuff here? It has some slots that you can put some cards in, put something lovely on it. And this is perfect for Happy Mail or in your journal to put some ephemera in. Love it, love it, love it. I've had this one for a couple of years. This was actually the very first Tim Holtz item that I have bought. It's a very good investment. I love it. Yes, I'm gonna have it in my top. Yes, if you can find it's an old one. If you still can find it, highly recommend it. You will have so much use out of this. Absolutely love it. Now, recently, with chapter 3, I don't even know. It was before the Halloween set. He came out with lots of dice, and most of it I was like, oh, come on, Mr. Tim Holtz. I don't need a die for a square. I have scissors. But okay, I wanted to try something out. So I bought the alphabet, the ABC, because the letters, they have a very special font. I enjoy them. I do. They're all separate. I would have loved to have like a plate that I could put on there and then, you know, run through again and again. But then all the separate letters, it's so much work, guys. It's so much work, and then you have to punch out, and it's because it's so much work, I hardly ever use it. So it does the trick really well, and it makes nice letters. I just don't use them enough. And then this one, I was so excited about this one because, you know, what's this? Labels. Loved it. And then I watched him do like a whole demonstration on here, because what you can do with these, apparently, but not with mine, is you can ink them first with a brayer, and then you can punch them out or cut them out or whatever you want to call it. And then you get the labels with the colored things on it, which would have been fantastic. I would so have loved that. So what I did, I bought this. Then I needed a brayer, so I bought a brayer, a crappy one. That didn't work, so I needed rubbing alcohol. I bought rubbing alcohol, also doesn't work. It just punches out the labels. I cannot get this ink to work. I cannot. I've watched 3 or 4 videos. I'm doing everything right. It just doesn't work. Well, for me at least. I am so sad about this. So very sad about it. So, it's a definite no for me. A definite no. I'm sad. I'm really sad. Please help me out, guys. What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? Top 10. Okay. No. Sad face. An absolute yes is this one. Go Crafts MK001. You can find this on Amazon. It is a die that makes whale tail tabs. If you have been doing junk journaling and paper crafting for a long while, you know about the We Are Memory Keepers whale tail tab bunch. They don't make it anymore. You can sometimes find it somewhere, and it's over $100 or euros, which is ridiculous. Ridiculous. This is about between 10 and 15 something. It is, you know, for me, rather expensive. I paid a little bit less because I found it on AliExpress, but then again, it was also like 10 euros. But it is amazing. It has 3 sizes, the big one, the medium one, and then the smaller ones. Yes. And then also it has these that I also use all the time. I found a couple of them. This is the small one, and then these are these ones. I don't know. I love them. I love them a lot. You can do so much with this. Not as tabs, but you can also do it as closures or flip outs or whatever. I absolutely love this one. Is it going to go in? Yes, it's going to go into my favorites. Absolutely. So yes, this one, highly recommend. I'm not the only one that uses these. I know Julie from Camellia Craft Designs also uses these, and she's also very happy with it. I don't have Amazon affiliate links or anything, but Go Craft MK001 for the win. Now, for 2 other die sets, I'm going to count this as one. These are hole reinforcer die cuts from Elizabeth Craft Designs. I have 2 sets. I have this set and I have this set. I tried to keep them separately. This was the first one I bought. The number is 1736 Reinforcement Variety Pack. It comes with these, all sorts of shapes. This has flowers. What else do they have? Very small ones, just the normal ones, gears. I love these. Absolutely love these. Tiny ones, also really love these. Yeah, I think they are fantastic. I love them. What I do, I punched a whole bunch of them in different sort of papers. These are the new ones. Where are my older ones? Here they are. From all sorts of different papers. I do that a whole afternoon. You have a box full then, and this will last you almost a lifetime. Love them, use them all the time. I get questions about these all the time. Now, she has 2 more packs at least. So I also recently bought this one because I don't think you can find this anymore. If you can find it, buy it, because this is still my favorite. 1812 Planner Essentials Reinforcement Pack 2. I don't know if this was 1 then, but Reinforcement Pack 2, I think so. Also comes with lots of interesting, like tickets and other tickets. Leaves, aren't these cute? Cameras, diamond shapes, another sort of ticket thingies. Now, mind you, these are especially made for planners. I am not a planner person. However, I do want to look into it because it sounds interesting. Fishies, don't know when I would use these. These are sort of florals. These ones, pockets, aren't these lovely? I keep hearing different things about this. This is like a bottle opener or a chess piece or a dauber or a game pawn. Don't know. And this looks like, what does it look like? A snowflake to me. So I have these 2. Highly recommend them. They are fantastic. It is a bit of an investment. But, you know, if you like whole reinforcers, these are the most fantastic ones. My favorite, 1736. But if you can't find that one anymore, 1812. It sounds like a history lesson, right? Yes. So are these going to go into... Yes, these are going to go into my favorites, for sure. I have stamps. This is going to be a very long video, guys. I am so sorry, but I want to do everything in one video. Let's look at my stamps. Now, for this category, again, I am not taking out my AliExpress stamp set. I must be honest, you guys. I used to buy them all the time. I have gazillion of them, and I truly like them. But I wanted to see the difference between a brand stamp set and AliExpress stamp set. And normally, because I'm honest, I would say, well, I'd buy the cheap one. Don't. I'm just telling you, don't buy the real ones. So I am just showing you my brand stamp set. I have lots of Tim Holtz, and one Elizabeth Craft Designs. Now I have some favorites and some, well, not even less favorites. I just have them in order. I don't have this one in order yet because I was so sad. I was so sad about the die cut set. I invested in this one. Well, it was a holiday present from me to me. Yes, so this is label frames. It's not that old. It's rather newish. I have not tried it out yet because, you know, I hadn't had the chance to play with it. I hope they will work, but I cannot tell you anything about it. But I wanted to show you. This is mine. So then I have a couple of them that are like a couple years old, and then the newer ones. This is Correspondence. Love this one. If you're gonna do like a sort of my style sort of journaling and crafting and so I love my postage stamps, and this is all about postage and such. Lovely words, some numbers, and I adore them. I have not tried everything yet. I have this one, the fake one from AliExpress, which is this big, yay big. Yeah, so like a third of this. Invest in the bigger ones. I cannot stress enough. If you can afford it, please do. Then I have this one, Ledger Script. I did not take out all my Tim Holtz set, only the ones that I really, really like. This is Ledger Script, lovely for background stamping. Absolutely adore it. I've used it a couple of times and it's a big yes for me. Then tickets also, disclaimer, I have the fake ones. I've used the fake ones for years and years. But I have the real ones now, and I must admit, I love this one way better. They're really, really good. Yes, sometimes I just take out a stamp and only stamp this bit. Just a number. Just a number. But that was before I found my favorite set. Then this one. Again, I bought this one. I bought this one before I knew who Tim Holtz was. I just found it on AliExpress and I thought, oh, that's nice. To be honest, after that, I found this one. Well, I saw people using this one and I was like, oh, that's a nice stamp set. I want it. Now, mind you, I was used to paying like 3 or 4 euros for a stamp set and not 28. So I was shocked. I was in shock. I was like, how much money? So I was like, oh, no, I'm not going to do that. So I bought the fake one on AliExpress, knowing this was Tim Holtz. So I apologize. Please forgive me. And I used it a lot. It was really, really nice. But I invested in the real one and I love this so much better. Love it, love it, love it. Love everything about this. It's really, really good. But you know, if you have been watching my videos for the past 6 months, you know this is the best stamp set ever. It is eccentric. Yeah, one of his newest ones, I guess, if you don't count Halloween and Christmas and such. I just love it. I have no words. It has numbers, it has words, it even has 3 little stars. And in the beginning I was like, what you gonna do with 3 little stars? I just didn't get it until I used them. And now I'm like, I need a little stars. Now, I need to say something about this one. Before I bought this one. These are the rub-ons. Yeah? Rub-ons? Are these called rub? No, you can rub them on. I think so. Remnant rubs. It's the exact same. Well, almost the exact same. But you can only use this once. And you can use this time and time again. I haven't even used it. So cost effectively, I would invest in this one. Now, if you're just starting out and you're like, okay, I'm going to save up my money and I'm going to buy a Tim Holtz set. Margaret, which one must I buy? This one. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Then this one, and then this one. Yeah? So, eccentric, field notes, ticket booth. I believe with ticket booth there's also a die cut set. I wouldn't know why. Get your scissors. Love, you can cut this out. I can imagine there are other shapes that you cannot cut out by hand, but this you can. I am sorry. Sometimes he makes stuff that I think is very overrated. This, however, isn't. Now, I have one stamp set, and I'm very sad to say, and again, I'm probably doing it completely wrong. Another label stamp set by Elizabeth Craft Designs. I was like, yes, I have label stamps, and I love them, and they're not really, really expensive, but, you know, it's not AliExpress. It is CS133 retro labels. It could be just me. But what happens is, they're very, very sticky. They're so sticky. If I use them, put them on an acrylic block, and I stamp on paper, the paper always stays on my block. Then I have to sort of peel it off in the hopes that it won't sort of smudge or move or whatever. With all sorts of inks I tried. So I am so sad. But it's a no for me. It's a no for me. So hopefully the Tim Holtz set with all the labels, which are way bigger. I thought these would be smaller, but this is like way bigger. I cannot make normal labels with these. But, you know, let's see how this works. But this one, guys, let me know. Is that something that usually happens with Elizabeth Craft Design stamps, that they're very, very sticky? Or do I need to clean them with something else or need special ink? I don't know. Please let me know. So yeah, it's a no for this one. Oh, I'm sorry. I have 2 more categories for you. Hope you have a cup of tea. I have 2 more things that I want to discuss. So the last two categories I am discussing the next morning. For me, it's the next morning. I did so much talking and I'm still coughing a lot and such. So I didn't have any more oxygen. So that's okay. And also this video is going to be well over an hour. But you know, it's the last weekend of the year and enjoy it. Get your champagne out instead of a cup of tea. And let's discuss my miscellaneous craft supplies. This is going to be like a mix-up of nearly everything. I'm just going to start over here, yeah, because these two are sort of the same. This is a crocodile. We Are Memory Keepers crocodile. I love this one. Yes, what can you do with it? You can punch holes, but you can punch holes with something else. Yes, but you can also do the eyelets. Yes, eyelets. Love them in basically any sort of project. You have so many uses for these. I also have in here some We Are Memory Keepers eyelets, which are the very big ones. Yeah, like this is a normal size. And this is a big one. They do exactly the same. They're very decorative and a little bit more expensive probably than like the sort of usual normal ones, but they are very nice, especially for applying them. They're like butter. Yes, they're very soft. They're like bloops. Well, they're in and it always works. And sometimes these just don't work out. So yes, I love them. They have several different colors. I have 2 packs in here, I believe. One of this and one of this, or metallic-y shiny, and then metallic-y matte. Yeah, but I also have pink ones and such. I haven't found them yet, but it will happen. So this tool you use for doing the eyelets and the holes and such. Then what does this tool do? This is a big bite crocodile. Well, the difference is the opening here is about 1.5 inch. I'm just guessing. And the opening here is way bigger, which means if you want to put an eyelet sort of in the middle of a page or further than 1.5 inch, you cannot use this. You need to use this. Well, which one do you prefer? Actually, I prefer this one because it's very handy. It's much lighter than this one. You can store it better, what have you. Also, I think when you use it, you can have it this side up and then you can see what you're doing. With this one, however, it needs to be put on a surface, and then you really need to gauge over here. That's very hard to see where the hole will be and such. That is a little bit more work. However, if you are going to do eyelets and such, and you will enjoy it, you are very limited with this device. You will not be limited with this device. So, if you are starting out and you really want to do eyelets, and you see this one in the shop and this one in the shop, I'd buy this one. Because if you have this one, you don't need this one. If you have this one, you might want this one. So I prefer this one. Not for daily use. For when I do an eyelet, I reach for this one. But yeah, as an investment, I choose this one over this one. So yeah, that's the eyelets. We Are Memory Keepers, and this is called the Big Bite. It is a little bit more expensive. I don't even know. It's more expensive. I know for sure. So the elephant in the room. I also bought from We Are Memory Keep the crocodile corner chomper. Maybe you've seen my video earlier this week where I sort of demonstrated it. I bought it because I've seen other crafters use it, and I was like, well, that's very handy. So yeah, I invested in it. I tried it. Don't like it. The angles that it makes are way too small for me, for my taste, yeah? I will use it when I'm going to make labels, and the labels need very sort of small angles. It makes very small angles. It says large and small. It's like extra small and small. So yeah, I would not recommend it at all. I did get some emails and comments about other sort of devices that I could use for this. So thank you very much, ladies. I really appreciate that. And the best advice I got, and luckily I found another sort of credit card. Well, this is AAA card from my husband. This is the best device, the cheapest device that you can use. Just make an angle on here that you want. I did like a taller, smaller angle and then a wider angle. Have this as a template. Costs nothing, zero. Just, you have a gift card or a key card or whatever card, as long as it's plastic. Yeah. And also, as a bonus, glue spreader. It's a multifunctional tool. Yes, use this cheapest option ever. This is Drippy. Drippy is my glue gun. I have tried, this is my third glue gun that I've tried. I've tried some cheaper ones that did, the job, but they were very, very drippy. This is Drippy that doesn't have a cold. It does drip. I think every glue gun drips. You can see it's like a Drippy. Why do I love this one so much? Because it's wireless. It's wireless. You charge it with a cable, and it only needs to be charged like every now and then. And you put it on your desk, and you press the button. Hopefully it will work now. Yeah. Then you see it's red, and it just takes about 20 seconds or something like this. It heats up, and then it turns green. And there you go, turn green, Drippy. Yeah, see, there you go. And then you can use it. So, fantastic tool. I bought this at Lidl, so I don't know where else you can find it. The brand is Parkside. Maybe this helps. It looks like it is from Germany. Yeah, but it doesn't have any other information that imported for the British market by Lidl. So check your Lidl. Check your Lidl. At the if you have a Lidl, that's a it's dripping again. Sort of a supermarket, whatever. Yeah. So Drippy, love it. Favorite tools? No. Honorable mention. Honorable mention. Speaking of favorite tools, corner rounder. I think it's a must-have. It's not even a favorite. It is a must-have. I love corner rounding on anything, yeah? I had several ones. Just checking, guys. I had this one. This makes a corner and a notch. This came with a scoreboard, which I'm going to talk about a little bit later. Also had this one. There's just one size on here. I found this. No, this also came with something. It works. It does work, but it doesn't work nicely. And this is, I've used this one so much, it's completely dull now. I should put some, aluminum foil through it. But I love this one for several reasons. A, it's pink. Yeah, I love pink. And it has 3 sizes on here. 4 millimeters is a small one, 7 millimeters and 10 millimeters. I love it. Absolutely love it. I did buy it on AliExpress, but I believe you can buy this on Amazon as well. It's KW30. Trio. 3-way corner punch. They have it in several different colors, but get the pink one because it's so pretty. Yeah, so yes, this is going to be in my top favorite products. Another one that's going to be my top favorite. Again, these you can buy on Amazon for sure. I looked them up. These are Velcro dots. You have different sizes. Yeah. You have a woolly bit and a clear bit. I use them all the time for closures on little projects. I've chosen the smaller ones because you will hardly ever see them. Also, I tried to ink this and it works. This will ink. However, this is plastic and it will sort of transfer. But that's okay. Love them. Very inexpensive. Can use them for everything. Well, I would recommend. I would really, really recommend. Now, for a big tool, let's talk about the big tools that I like and then go to the tools that I don't like. scoreboards. I actually have 3. I have a green one. We call him Kermit. Kermit is sort of retired. Yeah, it was a kid's one, but it was a big one. I found it at a thrift shop for like $1 or, something like this. Well, this is the one that I've used for years. And with this one came the corner choppy thingy, yeah? It was a cheap one. I was very happy with it. The problem was, it is like A5 maybe. It's way smaller than the big one. So if I wanted to do something with a bigger project or bigger piece of paper, I sort of had to flip it over, scooch it up, whatever. It also has the envelope maker on here. Yeah, I found that out like a year after I bought it. And some embossing bits and then the charts, which is funny because this one also has an envelope maker and the charts are completely different. I don't know why that is, but that's okay. So yeah, I like it. If you want to invest in a scoreboard, buy this one. Yes, because big. It fits 12 by 12. It's really, really sturdy. I love it. You see, sometimes I really love We Are Memory Keepers. Sometimes I think it's rubbish. It also came with this sort of tool that makes envelopes and I believe sort of boxes. It has your own bone folder. This one does as well on the top. Now, I know you have several ones from We Are Memory Keepers. One that you can there's a compartment here where you can store your bone folder and such. You have one that folds out, but then you're always left with sort of an uneven sort of score in the middle. And you have one that has not all the 1/8 of an inch, but separate. I wouldn't know what to do with this. It had like odd sizes. So yeah, I opted for this one and I'm really, really happy with it. So yeah. I think you can get even more use out of it if I'm going to do some more in-depth research. Oh, and I noticed there's also some centimeters on here. But, I bought it mainly for the inches and it's a 12 by 12. This is going to go into my favorite tool. Is it a must-have? No, it's not a must-have because you can measure with your ruler and such. And if you're like, I'm just going to try it, do a smaller one just to try it out for an amount of time and then maybe invest in this one later. But you could invest in this one. I absolutely love it. I must say, in the beginning when I saw people using scoreboards to not do measurements but just to have a fold, I was like, come on, Lovey, just fold the paper in half. And that works as well. Now, let me tell you about the things that didn't work out for me. And all of them came from AliExpress. Because, you do find really, really bad products on there. Like this one. I know Mr. Tim Holtz has, this is for die cuts. And then you do, like this over your die cuts. But it needs to be on a softer surface. This has this sort of pokey tool to punch out some stuffs. I don't know. Well, for one, it doesn't work out for me. Also, this comes loose. I already have a pokey tool thing. It is the only thing that's nice about it that it is pink. Yes, honestly, see, it's broken. You can buy a toothbrush and do the same thing, I guess. Or a brush for dishes. Yeah, I don't even know what's that called. Afwasborstel, it's in Dutch. I think you can use this. However, guys, please let me know if you have the Tim Holtz one thingy. Is it worth it? Just let me know before I invested it. So, no. Then I bought a brayer because I don't do any mixed media with inks and paints and such. I was like, I'm not going to invest in a big brayer. I'm going to do the AliExpress one. And it's cute. It's absolutely adorable. So use this one on the label die. And it just, it could be this one, honestly. I spoke to my friend Leonie yesterday and she was like, yeah, well, I used the Tim Holtz one and it works sort of fine. She also has a little bit of trouble with it, I must say. She's like, you have to go this way and that way and then this way again and then that way again. So she's not really happy about that set either, but it does work. So yeah, I'm going to invest in a Tim Holtz brayer. I will, just to see if it will fix the problem with the label. So no. I'm sorry, guys. I'm having a lot of a hard time with breathing and talking and coughing and such. So I bought this for your stamp tool. I have a stamp tool. I should get that one, right? Yeah. Because it is a tool that I bought this year. This is from Fasten Creative Stamp Easy. So it's not the Tim Holtz one. This is way cheaper. I use it now and then. Especially for big detailed stamps. When I think I want to stamp it another time, I will use this. It works. I am not an expert on it. It works. So I bought this tool to sort of press evenly on it. It's like an air hockey puck thing. Yeah, it was very, very cheap because it was on AliExpress. But you don't need it. You don't. So no. Find something else with a surface to rub on. Yeah, maybe you're a teacher and you have like this blackboard eraser. That'll work. I mean, as long as it has a flat surface with something soft on it, with felt on it, you don't need it. It's a gimmick. Do you need this? No, you don't, unless you're a card maker. If you're just starting out, you don't really need this. I'm happy with it. Absolutely. But not necessary at all. There's another device that doesn't fit on my desk. And it's going to go into my favorite, which is a printer. I know a printer is a big, big investment. I know. If you have one that prints color, but it's like a generic normal one, use that for many, many years to come. If you're really into this sort of crafting thing, you might want to invest in a very good one. I have a very good one. I keep getting questions about that all the time. I have an Epson Workforce 7840. I know it by heart because you guys keep asking me about it. It's an A3 scanner printer. Why A3? Because you can actually print on 12 by 12 scrapbook paper if it is one-sided. Yeah, you could just print on the other side. You could scan newspaper sort of images or larger book pages or what have you, and then print it out on A3 paper. I love it. Yes, it has 3 compartments for printing. Maybe one day I'll do sort of a video on it. But it's an expensive one. So it's not like, go get it. It's expensive. When I bought it, it was like 300 and something euros. And I believe it's 400 and something euros now because everything is getting more expensive. But, it is a fantastic tool and it will open up so many possibilities. Now, one more category. I'm going to take a small break, catch my breath, and do one more category. And then afterwards, I will do my top, what's it going to be, 12 something? I don't know. I'll be right back. I mentioned somewhere that I wasn't going to do paper and washi and stickers and such. But there are a couple of things in here that I really want to put some attention to, yeah? I'm just going to do one washi set, because I think this washi set is fantastic. It is from Elizabeth Craft Designs. It's Reminiscence number 1. It is on sale on her website, if it's still available. I highly recommend it. It is fantastic. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rolls in here, and I love every bit of it. It is absolutely amazing. I even have 2. I have 2 just in case it sells out. So, fantastic set. Highly recommend. Then I have one item from Kathy Holden. And Kathy Holden is for Studio Light. She works for Studio Light. Is the brand? I believe so. No, Spellbinders. I'm sorry. I do not know all the brands by heart. Yes, I love her. The colors. It's so colorful. I am going to use this cover for sure. It is a sticker sheet. The stickers are matte. They're very bright, very nice, very vintagey. I absolutely love them. And I also had a die cut pack. CH007, and this is CH001 Butler's Variety 150 stickers, and this is miscellaneous printed die cuts home arts. Maybe that helps. I love them. It's fantastic. You know, it's sort of Tim Holtzy, but then more colorful. They're a little bit, well, it's not copy paper, it's a little bit sturdier paper. It's advertisement pieces and all sorts of stuff that I love. But mostly cutesy, more colorful and cheerful and happy. I really want Kathy Holden fabric, but I have no clue where to find it in the Netherlands. She makes these sort of squares or no larger ones with this on it. Oh, I would love to have that. So yeah, I really like this. Now for paper pads, I have 2 in my sort of favorites. Yeah, these are the reminiscence books that match the. These are also from Elizabeth Craft Design that match the tapes. There are 5 books in total. There are only 4 left. Well, there are only 4 available. Book number 1 is out of commission. I don't know. They don't make it anymore. I don't have it. Still very sad about it. And this is book 5. I'm just gonna do book 5. It is fantastic. It has 32 pages. Well, half of it is on sort of normalish copy paper, not normal because it's 120 grams, which is the heavier weight copy paper, and then the other half is on 250 grams like scrapbook paper. The designs are the same. They're the same designs. Yeah, so you have actually 64 pages in here. And it is fantastic. I love it. It is designed by Esther Glas, who is a Dutch designer, Dutch lady. And she's lovely. I really like her. She has her own YouTube channel. And she is on Elizabeth Craft Design's design team, of course. And Elizabeth Els is also a Dutchie. So yeah, it's not just because it's Dutch. It's because it's really good. It is an investment. It's not like an AliExpress or an Action Pack. But, you know, it's a good one. ElizabethCraftDesigns.eu for Europe and .com for the rest of the world. Go check it out. It's really good. Now, this is Mr. Tim Holtz. I know he doesn't make paper pads anymore. Well, not the 12 by 12. I didn't know that. I invested in... I have 3. I have Memoranda, Wallflower, and another one that I don't know the name of. Something with lots of blues in it. This is my absolute favorite. This is Memoranda. I was really sad when I found out that you could not buy it anymore. And then all of you guys came to my rescue and told me you can buy it here and here and here and here. And I was so happy. So I bought another one online. Yes, so I have to... This one is that one that I've already used a couple of pages, not a lot. I just love it. I adore it. It is the most fantastic. Yes. Am I very happy with the quality of the paper? I don't know. It's okay. I don't know if there's any better quality than this, but it's a good quality. It doesn't crack when you score it. But the prints on them are really good. I cannot fault anything on here. So yes, it's Memorandum. If you can still get one, I would recommend. Is this going to go in my top? Absolutely. I am very sad. Mr. Tim Holtz, why did you stop? You're making other stuff now that I don't like Christmas wallpaper scraps. Why would you want this? Well, I bought it and didn't like it, but you know, I didn't put it in my duds pile either. So yes, Memoranda is going to go, and this one, yes, absolutely this one. So more Tim Holtz stuff. I have paper dolls. These are the paper dolls that I've bought years ago. One of the first sets. I believe this is just one set, right? Yeah, I think these are the originals. I have the OGs, you know. because I'm done with it. Yes, these ones. You get a lot of them. I like them. I don't use them often enough. Then he came out with newer sets, and he had the paper dolls portraits, which are these bigger ones. And, you know, they're lovely. They're really lovely. But I cannot find a lot of use for these because you need to put them on a larger project. And most of my projects are way smaller. So I like them, yes. I love them, no. I do love these, but because I don't use them often enough, they will not be in my favorites. But if you're going to invest in Tim Holtz paper dolls, I would buy the original ones if still available, like the first set. I think that's the most diversity in it, and I would not do this. Now, Tim Holtz is not a cheap brand. We all know that. Some of his stuff is something I really like, and some I like, well, you can get that cheaper. I live in the Netherlands, where you can find this book by Leonard de Vries, one of my most favorite authors ever. He's not a writer, he's more like a documenting whatever. This is Dutch photo album. What does it have inside? Tim Holtz people. Tim Holtz people. Yeah. You know, cut them out. Tim Holtz people. So this is sort of an alternative if you don't want to buy this or want to recycle, and you don't need this book per se. You can have another book that has, or magazines or what have you. Look at all the cuties, right? So yeah, if you have this book, use it. Fussy cutting. Be creative. Fussy cut this. So fantastic. Another Tim Holtz item that I bought and I like these. These are snippets, thingies, ephemera pack snippets with all sorts of lovely, very small field labels, what have you. Very nice. I like them. You can use these only once, of course. You put them on something, you glue them on, and it looks amazing. So I cannot fault this for that reason. And the same with this one. These are a little bit bigger, and this was ephemera pack memoir. Lovely ones. He has several ones. Some are a little bit heavier, more like not cardstock, but what's the other word? Chipboardy kind of whatevers. And this is more cardstock. I really do like them. I love these images, and I don't use them enough because I'm more of a hoarder. However, you can use them only once. I have an alternative, and I am sorry, I am going to promote me. I'm going to promote me on this because, I have several digital kits. These are just some scraps that I have. And, I don't know. Let's just see. Yeah, is it this one? Yeah, I don't know. I have that. You can print it out. Use it again and again and again. You can cut this out, and you can also cut smaller pieces out to make these sort of snippets. So yeah, I love it, but use it once. If you have a printer, use it a gazillion times. I will do a video in the beginning of next year to show you how to make your own snippets, or even the bigger ones. So yeah, I love them. They're not going to go into my favorites. This, however, is gonna go into my favorites. I am sorry, I just love my own stuff. I love my own stuff. It's a digital. I highly recommend digitals. If you have a printer, make use of it and print out some digitals. Now and then I will have some artists on my channel, well, the digital set on my channel that I want to try out and I recommend and such. And there are some that I try that I don't really like. However, I am not going to mention them because we are all struggling artists. These are not big brands or big companies. I'm not gonna, tell them, do not go to this Etsy shop. I won't. I really won't. If I don't like the digitals, I just won't show you. That's just me. What I will show you is the best digital set that I found this year. I was so happy with it. I don't know if I contacted Michelle or she contacted me, but we came into contact and had lovely chats, and we're really good friends now. And well, she asked me to be on her design team, and I said yes, please. She will be linked. Her shop will be linked permanently in my description box, because you need to visit her. Every time she brings out a new set, I will mention it to you. She has lots of sales on. She is very affordable. I'm just going to talk about the favorite set that she made, in my opinion, which is still the very first one I bought, and it is the Summer's Bounty. These are just some projects that I made. Like, I made a small journal. Look at all the colors and the images. The quality is really, really good. I'm not saying this because I'm on her design team. I'm saying this because I was already in love with it before I went on her design team. When she does a big kit, it usually contains about 100 pages, which is ridiculous. These are just some leftovers that I have. Can you imagine? These are just leftovers. Summer's Bounty. An absolute gem. I also love the Fall Bounty. I love the Summer's Bounty a little bit more. This is gonna go into my favorites. Absolutely, I love this one. Are we done? Did I miss something? I don't know. I don't think so. No, guys, that's it. Oh, are you sure? Yes. No, there's two things I want to discuss. Mr. Tim Holtz has two devices. One to roughen up your pages. It's like a circle with holes in it to roughen it up. Yeah, very nice. But do your scissors. Do it like this with your scissors. I am sorry. It works the same. And there's probably another device that makes sort of perforated holes in a straight line. Yeah, use this. This is for sewing, for patterns and such. I have several. These are vintagey. I think you can buy them still in a haberdashery store or whatever. I buy them at thrift shops and such. It's lovely for making tickets, but buy this one. One, it looks way nicer. It's vintage and it's way cheaper. So I really wanted to mention this. Some products I think are just stupid. I'm sorry, did I say stupid? Well, overrated. Let's say overrated. Great. Pour another glass of champagne, guys. I'm gonna do my top, whatever it is. I didn't even count them. So let's see what made the list. I looked at all my wonderful craft supplies and I could not sort of limit myself to a top 10 or 5 or even 15. So I'm going to do 20. I'm sorry, guys. So number 20, I'm going to go from the bottom up, yeah? Very controversial because I said buy a big bite. Yes, if you have the option. But I use the crocodile a lot more. So yeah, the crocodile is going to be on my number 20 spot. On my number 19 spot is a swivel knife. The swivel knife from Fiskars. I showed you how to use it. If you're a fussy cutter, this is essential. Yeah. 18 is Mr. Tim Holtz Thin Lids, the slots die. Love it. Absolutely love it. Then 17. We're at 17. Yes, glue spreader, templates, whatever. Make one. See what plasticky bits you have and then make one. Or 4 or 5 with different angles. And then at 16, I put my Velcro dots. I love them. You can get them on Amazon. So we're now at number 15. Let me get the next pile. Number 15 is Tim Holtz memorandum. I love this paper pad. I love it a bunch. So a lot of paper stuff in this next sort of section. And number 14 is then the reminiscence book. Basically, guys, any book. I don't have a favorite. I have 4 of them. I don't have a favorite. This is just the newest one. But the reminiscence books are really, really good. Why did I choose this over the Tim Holtz one? Because of value. Yeah, how many times do you use up a whole piece of 12 by 12? You're always left with lots of scraps, and so you're going to lose a lot of paper on it. This has many more pages in them, because this has how many does it have? 6 times I don't even know. Oh, 36 papers. Yeah, that's really nice. No, 36. 64. I'm sorry, I needed to translate. 64. So much more value. So that's why I've chosen Reminiscence over that. Even nicer are digitals. And then I'm going to put Michelle's kit on here. Absolutely love it. Love it. Where are we now? 15, 14. At unlucky number 13. I'm sorry, Michelle, but you know, that's fantastic. Then I am going to put this one on here. The Go-Go Crafts label tabs. Love it. Love it. And this is almost a necessity. And I have chosen the 1.5 inch version of the circle punches. Yes. So we're now to the top 10. So now it's getting really tricky. At number 10, I have the Elizabeth Craft Designs hole reinforcers. I just love them. One of the best buys ever this year. Yeah, and then straight under there, another Elizabeth Craft Designs item, the Reminiscence tape. I really enjoy them. So this is at number 9. At number 8, a tearing ruler. You actually need a tearing ruler. I think you do. Yeah. Especially if you don't want to invest in a deckled edge trimmer. And then this is number 6, right? The scoreboard. Yes, it's going to be either or. Have a small one, have a big one. I prefer the big one. So yeah, I am very sad that I did not make my top 5. I put myself at number 6, digitals. Basically, you can have any digital set. But mine are the nicest. I'm just saying, mine are the nicest. Well, let's dive into my top 5. Frayed burlap. Absolutely love it. My favorite color, yes. At 5. At 4, I'm going to put my corner under. Yeah? Because I use it so much. Then at 3, I am going to put Eccentric. Best stamp set ever. Now, what's at number 2 and at number 1? I think you might be surprised. This is actually at number 2. I love art glitter glue. I love it a bunch. There's just one item in my craft room that I love even more than art glitter glue. So at number 1, it is my printer. It is absolutely my printer. Without my printer, I would have less fun. I know that for sure. So, printer at number 1. Art at number 2. That was like a very big conclusion. Yeah. Guys, that's it for today. Hopefully you could watch the whole video. I have been debating, am I going to make it into a 2-parter? I didn't. It's a party. It's like a New Year's Eve party. Watch it at New Year's. Why don't you? I want to take the opportunity to wish everyone a very happy New Year. Have a wonderful New Year's Eve where you are. Thank you guys so much for all the support during the past year. Here on YouTube, on my Instagram, on my Ko-fi account. It's been an amazing journey, and it's just the start. It's just year 1. I'm going to do this next year again because I love this sort of top whatever. Great, guys, I'll be back. I'll see you next year. Yes, I might have a small bonus video on January 1st. It's going to be a small one. It's a small haul. But I'll be back on Monday, the 2nd of January for sure. Hope to see you all there. Thank you for hanging out with me, guys. See you then. Bye.